know it's been a couple of days since I've uploaded my last videos, but right now I'm a little under the weather, so I'm slowly recovering this time. But there's this viral moment on TikTok. A guy by the name of Keith Lee, who is known for revealing a whole lot of foods all over the world, not just Virginia, New York, DC, among others. But I think when it comes to Atlanta, this is where the drama actually started with him, and the people who run the business is a black owned business. And at some point, you know not to treat your people like that. I mean, sometimes in black businesses, they don't really treat people with respect because they're known for being ghetto and obnoxious, loudmouth, and they expect you to just accept it the way they organize the business. And I think when it comes to the real Milk and Honey, that's the name of the restaurant. A trash name, and I just find it kind of goofy to say the least. So, yeah, let's get into this article. And I think something tells me they're gonna probably go out of business because in Atlanta, it's known to be one of the worst cities and the worst countries, well, to have a black-owned business. So let's get to it. Over the last year or so, former MMA fighter Keith Lee has gone insanely viral with his food reviews on TikTok, changing the lives of many restaurant owners in the process. Over the first mega viral videos brought a huge customer base to Las Vegas pizzeria Frankenstein's and has done the same for many people since. On October 27th, 2023, Keith Lee posted a video about the real Milk and Honey on TikTok revealing how his family was refused service and the app's been talking about it since then. I think that's one of the most disgusting things about black owned businesses because if you're representing black America, at least you can do is just treat your people like they're family. You know, give them good service, let them feel special. But I think when it comes to Keith Lee, he got the boot. He got completely disrespected by the owners of the restaurant. And I think that's one of the biggest red flags out there because even though I'm black, I'm not really supporting certain black businesses. That's if their food is good because I got a couple of them out here in DC and Maryland that are not really that good because some of the food qualities are just really bad because they don't really cook them the way you want them to. But especially the turkey wings, I'm not really a big fan of that unless you bake them in the oven for more than a couple of hours to make sure both sides are like crispy. So that way it'll be easy for you to eat instead of leaving it soggy on the bottom where there's so much water on the side. But you get my point. And also, I just feel like it's completely disrespectful how you're gonna treat one of the most famous social media influencers so dirty, all because of your crappy rules. And everybody on TikTok has been talking about it. They've been exposing so many black-owned restaurant businesses because of Keith Lee. And I should tell you something. Unfortunately, for his review of the place, he was unable to get food as he was sent his family inside. They were told that the restaurant had closed an hour earlier for cleaning, although people were still getting their food, and some were even eating inside.
Stop the cap.
So let me get something straight. You have the nerve to tell him and his family that the business that you own has closed earlier because of cleaning, really? And yet you got people that are eating inside and people that are ordering food for takeout. And so you want to deny the black family. It's no wonder why y'all get so many bad reviews. 1 stars out of 5. It's no wonder. And it's obvious to me that some of y'all businesses need to be gone out of business because of what's going on right now. And I had a gut feeling since he went viral on TikTok that all of this was about to be exposed one way or another. So that's why I myself don't really support black businesses unless, like I said, if the food is good, then I'll consider supporting it. If not, then I have a reason to criticize the food of how it's cooked and how it's made. So I think we all know that deep down Keith is going to end up exposing a whole lot of restaurants in Atlanta because that country is one of the worst places to go out when it comes to black owned business restaurants. It's crazy. As soon as he went into the restaurant, though, they were willing to give him a table immediately. Yeah, right. The people that replayed this message, my family said, were really nice. It's just the rules. Keith explained. So far being in Atlanta, I found some places have unique rules, and this was one of them. And also, he's also known for saying unique all the time when it comes to like certain restaurants and the rules and all of that. And I think the rules of that restaurant was the biggest red flag amongst everybody who has visited that place multiple times in Atlanta. So it's obvious to me that since they're being exposed left and right, they're gonna have no choice but to just try to address the situation or maybe take some accountability. Who knows? But I think most of the time they don't really take accountability and they can't really handle or take criticisms if they wanted to. But at this point, it's just starting to become a trend nowadays. If I were to go to Atlanta, I won't be visiting that place because bad reviews, bad service, it's not good. I mean, even Keep Lee was just try to tell him, look, you have the potential of becoming the best brand in Atlanta. But the problem is, nobody comes there. You're not really promoting your business. And you're not really merchandising your product. So I think that's the biggest issue. And I get it. It might be a small business, but you can do better than that. You can do so much better than that. Shortly after the video was posted, fans were able to find a full list of bizarre rules created by The Real Milk and Honey, and Keith's video, as well as many others, went massively viral. I bet. I mean, this is just worse than the women who made a list of places not to go on a first date. I mean, it's like ever since that went viral, a lot of feminists, a lot of 304s, a lot of OnlyFans models, a lot of delusional women are just going back crazy over that rules and expect people to understand why they would prefer to go on the expensive restaurants, knowing full well that none of us can afford to pay for it. Because I think we all know that deep down inside, most of the modern women today love ordering expensive foods, and that can be a complete turnoff for a whole lot of men out there. So this is pretty sad to say the least, but I'm glad that he's got the media talking about it. So I'm gonna have Keith Lee all the way. So TikTok and No Biden Standards video shows them off, gaining over 4 million views, while Keith's initial post has been viewed over 16 million times. In her post, she showed that the list of 10 rules at The Real Milk and Honey that includes no modifications to items, each of those with allergies, a 90-minute limit for dinner, and no parties larger than 4 on days that end in Y.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
At this point, you gotta be stupid enough to come up with the most ridiculous rules ever. So you can't have parties, you can't have no modifications to items, and you can't even understand why people have allergies. At least you can do is just tell them to go outside or eat outside where they cannot eat inside where there's stuff everywhere. Outside it's much better where they can sneeze and spread those germs out in the air. I mean, as long as they're wearing masks, that's all that matters. But the thing about this whole thing is that how can you call yourself a black owned franchise if you're doing this to your own kind? Listen, I'm a black man myself. I love black people. I love everybody, but this ain't one of them. Keith Lee has made it clear in all of his videos, especially this one, that he doesn't want people to spread hate about his businesses or review bomb them on Google base or just his experience. As of writing, it appears that hasn't happened. At some point, this is beyond disrespectful because if it was a white man that denied a black family because of color of his skin, it would have went viral all over social media. So the fact that this has gone viral, it has people talking on social media. This is wild and insane at the same time because as a black man myself, I kind of feel bad for Keith Lee for having to experience something that is so stupid and rough at the same time by the people who own a business. Like, it's just beyond disrespectful. And, you know, like I said, I don't condone sending hate threats or any of that stuff. Like he said, the best thing we can do as a human race is try to hold these businesses accountable for their own actions. So that's just my advice to everybody who is watching this video and that is reading this article. So if you want the link to the article, it'll be down below. I'm out.